I'm Cynthia Pyle, an independent scholar and lifelong user of the main research branch of the New York Public Library. Over the past 30 or 40 years, since Reagan and Thatcher, we have witnessed the erosion of oversight of the running of private and government institutions, oversight set up by people like Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Mayor LaGuardia, and other governments which were responsive to the needs of us, the people. We, the people of the City of New York, harbor high hopes for the newly installed city government of Mayor de Blasio and the City Council, of which this committee and subcommittee are important components, and to which we are extremely grateful for the hearings like the one today and the others you have held. Today's hearing aims at the roots of the problems confronting the institutions like the New York Public, and particularly its main research branch, which was founded so that the people of our city and the world could raise their standards of understanding and knowledge in order to contribute to the democratic governance of all places. This has always been, and of society, this has always been a deeply democratic institution, founded, it is true, by wealthy donors, but in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, such people were themselves highly and deeply educated and realized the importance of education to democracy. The original boards of directors of the New York Public Library included clergymen, architects, civic leaders. These too were highly and deeply educated people, and they too understood the critical importance of the gifts of books and documents they were overseeing. These gifts, in other words, while overseen by the wealthy, were not in the hands of what may perhaps be best described as Philistines, those ignorant and sometimes anti-intellectual and neglectful wealthy people we are often confronted with today. Elite did not mean only rich. It meant civically responsible and trained people, people trained not only in how to make ever more money, ever higher buildings, people trained in and cognizant of the needs for a democratically responsible society. Over the past 20 years, especially the 18 years from 1994 to 2012, there was essentially no oversight of the President's and Board's decisions on plans for development of the New York Public Library Research Branch, or if, and those concerned, or if there was, it appears to have been on behalf of real estate interests, one of the great interests of the previous administration. One of the most interesting questions that first occurred to me when I became aware of the then proposed Central Library Plan 2 years ago was exactly how exactly were all these real estate interests appointed to the Board of Directors of the New York Public Library? That is a question I have still been unable to unanswer. So the concomitant question of why I have not been able to learn this is of great interest in terms of transparency. I propose then, but perhaps you will have other suggestions, a sub-subcommittee of this committee of members charged with specifically with oversight and placement of board members, perhaps adding one member for each borough to this committee on oversight of the libraries of our great city. Thank you.